Hello guys, and welcome to the next episode of this series. In this episode, I am going to shift my focus to the server application to implement my API, a controller, some endpoints, and then of course in future episodes, my front-end application is going to communicate with that backend API. So right now, instead of the, for example, patient details page, you know that in terms of our data, we are working with a mocked version of our data. So we are creating a local list of patient, and we are fetching, for example, the patient whose ID equals the ID we have here. But of course, this is not the ideal way to do this. So we prefer to have our data inside of our database. Then we'll have our application layer that will be the API with controllers and endpoint, and then the front end will be able to get the data it wants from the API. So when you create a Blazor application using the template that Visual Studio provides, you get a controller called weather controller, which is going to return some hard-coded data about weather forecasts. I have removed that, and I am going to create a controller called patients controller. And if you want to know more about controllers, of course there are again other playlists on the channel that you can watch. So this patients controller is gonna define two endpoints. One endpoint to fetch all of the patients, the other one to fetch only one patient with a given ID. So I'm gonna go ahead and write the code. I am going to create the controller using the controller base class. In terms of our data, again, I am going to use a hard-coded list of patients, but again, that is going to change. So, finally, we will move this hard-coded list of patients into our database, and then we are going to create a data access layer with probably EF core, and then get the data from our database. But to keep things simple for now, the data is going to be inside of our hard-coded list of patients. So this is the first endpoint get, which is going to return the whole list. The other one is get with an ID that is going to return the patient whose ID equals the ID that we get inside of the input parameter. And if we find the patient, we're going to return it. Otherwise, we're going to return not found. So the only thing that I need to change now is that I need to change this to patient, and I need to add the reference as well, right? So I'm going to add the reference here and here and here. So this is our simple controller with two endpoints, and this is what we are going to build upon in future episodes. From our client application, we're going to get to this controller using this address, so API, and then the name of the controller, which is patients, and then we are going to either get all of the patients, show them, or get a specific patient and show the details of that specific patient on the details page. Again, as I told you, if you want to know more about developing APIs, I've got other videos on the channel that you can watch. Let me wrap up this video here and continue talking about the application in the next episode.